Afternoon, everyone. It's Eric Hart, President of REDCON1, aka Silky Tuba, and we're here to announce the 2023 Readiness Trial winners. We have 5 exciting categories, and I got 2 special guests for you guys today. None other than herself, Linn Bailey, and the voice of bodybuilding, Bob Ciccarello. This year's 12-week transformation challenge, we created 5 distinct categories because we know sometimes people thought, oh, is this a bodybuilding contest? Is this a weight loss contest? So we really wanted to give buckets for people to identify with. So you could either lose weight, you could build muscle, full recomp, stage ready, and we created a ladies only category. With $65,000 in total prizes, plus each week, anyone who checked in, they got additional entries into our customized Ford Bronco, which today we're gonna announce the winner of as well. So for me, I love transformation challenges. It's one of the things that kind of got me into the industry. There was the original EAS, Bill Phillips. He was giving away a Lamborghini Murcielago. I mean, that's a lot of motivation for someone to change their life. I mean, ultimately, you enter a transformation challenge because you want to change something about you. You either want to go from fat to fit, slow to fast, small to big. You know, there's an internal motivation. External motivators are nice. Hey, extra cash, who doesn't want it? Who doesn't want a car? But it's really something you have to do for you. And the first time I did it in 2020, you know, sometimes you quit taking care of yourself the way you should. You know, your self-care is not where it should be. I used to always be around 250 pounds, trained all the time, and then we started Redcon, and that became my focus. So, you know, you stop doing the things that you know you do for you because there's something else in your life. So maybe it's a new relationship, maybe it's a new child, maybe it's a new career where then you over-index on that stuff and you stop doing the things. Or maybe you just never did that and you always wanted to be a certain way. There was maybe an image in your head you had. And this competition is a great way to level set for yourself and to reset. You know, and for me, that's the first time I did it. Went from 298 pounds to 237 pounds. Big change in my life. You know, it just kind of got me back to where I always was, where I felt comfortable with me on a personal level. That's something I work on every day. But, you know, and then this year I did it as well. I think I haven't taken my after photos yet, but you know, went from 260 down to 225. And it's sometimes I need something. Like I put myself on the hook because then I know, okay, I have to do this. I can't fail. I've signed up for it. Then, you know, we have a million birthday parties or anniversary parties in our office for employees. There's always cake, there's cookies, there's donuts, you name it. And the question is always like, oh, you still on your diet? And it's like, yeah, I am. I'm doing, you know, but again, this time around, I really felt more of really doing it for me because I wanted to do it. Not so much because I put myself on the hook, but wanted to do it. And why it's important to Redcon, I think the biggest part I see was important for the brand is it's communal. You know, we have the tier operator group that's a very large group. It's a great support system for people. So then when customers enter the readiness trial, they get connected to the brand. They get connected to the people in the brand. You know, I've gotten questions where someone's like, hey, I'm doing your readiness trial. You know, what kind of stack should I use? And, you know, they just, again, they build a connection, a community within the brand. And, you know, again, I think that's really important because that's one thing about the brand from the beginning. It was always very inclusive. That's where the tier operator program came from, which you've probably heard that story 100 times from Aaron and I, where we had all these people saying, hey, I want to be part of your brand. They maybe didn't fit as an athlete, and we didn't really have a home for them. So we created the tier operator program. And, you know, I think that's what the readiness trial is too, where people feel they can belong to the brand even if they're not an employee, they're not an athlete. It gives them that connection. So yeah, it's definitely important. But overall, it's just about taking care of you. It's making major changes in your life and focusing on being the best version of you as you can. So speaking of the tier operator program, I have a major announcement today. Not only are we announcing our newest tier 1 operator athlete, but we're revamping the program completely. So one of the major changes in the program is really having, you know, content creators in the program, people who are also merchandising, product experts, rolling out new product beta testing within the program, trainer program. So again, really Redcon could be a partner to you to build your own training business. Again, a complete revamp of the program. It needs it. We recognize that. And again, just make it as exciting as possible. We have new blood in the program, new people working on it every day. And again, you're going to see the best version of the tier operator program you've seen yet. I'm extremely excited to announce our first guest judge. He's the voice of bodybuilding. He's been the voice of the Olympia for years, And again, he's probably the biggest historian on bodybuilding that there is. And I've known him for years and years. I actually worked with him on another brand, and I'm happy to announce Bob Ciccarello. Bob, welcome to the show.
Eric, my pleasure to be here. Of course, my brother's from REDCON1, and very happy to be participating in this transformation challenge. This has reached out to literally thousands of people around the world.
So, Bob, I talked a little bit in the beginning about, kind of hard transformations I've had to go through, get myself back on stage in shape. Never been on stage like yourself. I mean, you've been on stage many, many times, but I'm sure there's points in your career, from whether an amateur to a pro, that getting that contest shape might have been difficult. So for you, what was that time that you can think was the most difficult time you had getting back on stage, getting stage ready, where you felt you were your best?
Well, if I'm going from a competition standpoint, that would have to be the transformation between 1987. We're going back in some time now. When I first entered the national ranks, until the time I got my pro card was 13 years. So my transformation case is a little bit different because it encompassed over a decade of work that I had to literally take a physique and change it around so that it was worthy of what the judges were looking for, and ultimately ended up getting that pro card at the USA Championship. So my transformation story is just a little bit different.
Yeah, Bob, that's a hell of a transformation. Again, 13 years. And I'm glad you shared that, because I think people can see that it's not just 12 weeks. It's not 16 weeks. It's a lifetime. So it's something that you commit to, to continually improve yourself. I look at one of our past winners, Michael Sparks, who's one of our tier operators. He keeps competing. He keeps getting in better and better shape. He was phenomenal when he won, but he's always pushed himself and on that journey. So I'm glad you shared that, because I think people can take away from that this isn't a one and done. So my next guest judge, super excited, the newest member of Team Redcom. So there's a big announcement too, which you've probably already heard. This is probably been one of the most influential women in the sport of bodybuilding and fitness. This is someone who made her way, did it her way, kind of caused a paradigm shift on stage of what was expected in, women's physique. She's the original women's physique Miss Olympia, Dana Linn Bailey.
Great. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to, one, announce all the winners and all their hard work and effort. And I'm excited to announce them to the world, because I think it's a great opportunity to see, real people with real results. And it just kind of makes other people, it's like, oh, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too. So I love challenges. And the best part is finally announcing the winners and sharing with the world. So very excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So one question for you, Dana, is, everyone sees you. They've seen you on YouTube training, magazine ads, and you've perpetually in shape. You're, a superior athlete, but there's got to be times that it's been challenging for you to get in the shape that you wanted. Because again, everyone goes through that. So just want to know if you could share with us, like, what was your toughest transformation? What was for you one of those times where you really had to have some intestinal fortitude to get through it?
So most difficult transformation, gosh, every single one had its ups and downs. And I'd probably say, if I had to pick the hardest, it was 2011 Junior USA's, the first ever women's physique show where you could win your pro card. And at that point in time in 2011, we didn't have a whole lot of money. So buying food was really difficult. To get down to the show, we actually stole Drew's work minivan. He didn't work for us yet. Like, this is like very beginning of Flagner Fail. So like, budget was tight. Budget was real tight. And we stole Drew's work minivan and drove down. They lived off of Snickers bars and Skittles. And I remember, which I will never eat tilapia ever again, but I had a container. And this is back when I did all my training myself. I did all my diet myself. So I was under the impression, like, hey, low carbs, so I could be super lean. So I was just eating gelatinous cold tilapia and asparagus, like, out of a bag. Like, you would pick it up and like It was all, it had like the gelatin on the side. Like I could, oh my God. I haven't eaten tilapia since 2011, just so you know. But I did whatever it possibly could because I felt like this was like my calling. We got halfway and we all needed to sleep. So we went to a hotel, and again, we didn't have any money. So I remember Rob and Drew asking like, hey, like they were trying to fandangle how to get the hotel room cheaper because it was probably like over $100. So we are like, hey, if we give you 50, like we just need to sleep for like 4 hours and then like get back on the road, like 4 hours, take a shower and get back on the road. And I remember the guy at the counter looking like, oh, you just need to sleep. And it was like, it was 2 guys and a girl. And I don't think he thought we were actually like, but no, sir, like we literally just needed, to lay down and shower so we could get back on the road. And, but I went to the show, got everything done. We actually had a hotel room once we got there, but did the show and it came out somehow the first ever physique IFBB pro ever. But it was all those, like, I just remember like going and like the food I was eating was like cheap. Like I would go to the grocery store and and buy like the frozen bags of chicken and the frozen bags of tilapia, like the worst fish ever. Oh, gross. But just like everything was on the cheap. Everything I did myself, which like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like on bodybuilding.com, like how to get water out of my legs and like doing all the research. It was super stressful, but I felt like this is the first show. I have to freaking do it because they made this division for me, and they literally did make the division for me, and I won it. So hardest prep ever. Wouldn't change a thing. We got it because it just, when you put your mind to something, no matter how horrible it is and what you have to eat, like I did the work and came out on top.
Dana, just want to let you know you're in luck. Part of your, deal as a REDCON1 athlete, Ryan's arranged that every month you're going to get a shipment from Cisco of frozen chicken and tilapia, so you'll never run out. And we'll get some Snickers bars for Rob and Drew as well. So you're in luck there. One thing, with what you shared, and I really appreciate is, you did that with a shoestring budget at best, right? And one of the things I've learned about myself and life is that anything good that happens takes a lot of sacrifice. It doesn't come easy. Anything that comes easy isn't lasting. It's probably usually superficial. So I think it's important to go through those moments. It's important to have to sacrifice. Not sacrifice because you're down on your luck, but even you take someone like, J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter. She was on government assistance and, but she believed in something enough to put in the work and go through it. And I think that's what I love about this transformation challenges as well, is people feel that, hey, I'm worth it enough. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to put in the sacrifice. I'm going to go through hell for a while to come out better on the other side. So, I think the industry's thankful that you went through that because it probably really helped, solidify the work ethic that you have and that you're known for. So again, appreciate you sharing. I think people can really take away from that of just, if you want something bad enough, it's going to take hard work and sacrifice, but it's the only way good things come to you.
REDCON1 Readiness trials are back, and the prizes couldn't get any bigger. We're giving away $65,000 in cash and prizes, along with multiple ways to gain entry to win a brand new, custom-built Ford Bronco. That wasn't a typo. This 12-week challenge will introduce 5 brand new categories. So whether you're trying to lose weight, build muscle, recomp, or get stage ready, you have a fair chance to reach your goal and take home some cash. We even added a special ladies-only category. Stay on track with weekly check-ins and advice from our REDCON1 team, elite athletes, and our massive Facebook community.
So I know everyone's been anxiously waiting the results of the Readiness trials. So instead of hearing us keep talking, let's get right into it. And what we're gonna kick this over to the voice of bodybuilding, Bob Chick, and we're gonna go through the recomp category.
Okay, so while there are many categories to consider, recomp we thought was an important one because while you can dramatically change your physique, it doesn't always result in a dramatic weight change. A lot of transformations, of course, are people losing tremendous amounts of weight, 50 to 100 pounds or even more. Recomp is literally taking your body and just kind of changing some things around so that you end up with a different result, although the weight change might be negligible.
Yeah, for all the categories that we set up this year, recomp's really the one that speaks the most to me because, the 2 times I've done the transformation, that's really what it is. Now, had some big changes in body weight, but it really was my goal was a recomp. It was to put some muscle back on, lose some fat. Clearly, I had way more fat than I thought. So, weight came down, but it really was a recomp. And yeah, these are the ones I get most excited about. All right, Bob, we're ready to hear who's 5th place in the recomp category.
All right, Eric, in 5th place, we have Greg Pruden. As you can see, Greg has done a tremendous job in changing his physique. Like most guys, okay, males, most of his weight was carried in the midsection. You can see a dramatic change in that midsection while still preserving the muscle that he already had built previously. So nice job, Greg.
Yeah, Bob, Greg looks great. Like you said, he retained that muscle that he had built prior. Definitely can see that in his legs. And he got rid of the body fat that he carried in his core and his trunk. So with that said, let's move on to number 4.
All right, in 4th place, we have Corey Dale. As you can see, very close competition in the recomp category. But much like every other guy on this planet, his weight was mostly in the midsection at all. And you can see the difference in the before and after, where, again, he didn't lose too much muscle, which is always a good thing when you're transforming. But that midsection, you can see a whole lot tighter, especially in that lower abdominal area.
Yeah, Corey did a great job preserving the muscle. Like you see, even in his lower abdomen, you start to see some veins. So yeah, definitely did a great job of recomp. That being said, let's roll into number 3.
All right, in 3rd place, we have Michelle Lancaster. Now, some of you might be asking, what's Michelle doing in this category? She could have gone in the female category. Well, she's decided to put it all on the line against the big boys, and guess what? She came in the top 3. You can see her transformation very clearly on here. Again, actually put on a little bit of muscle. Women, again, carry most of that weight in the lower half as opposed to guys. And you can see she's trimmed that area up, kept the waist nice and small, even put a little bit of muscle on that upper body and the shoulders. Way to go, Michelle.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bob. She did a good job of actually adding muscle. Everything got, she tightened up, got lean. She did a great job of recomp. And again, I'm going to send you off to give us the results on number 2.
All right, here we go. Finishing up with a runner-up position in 2nd place, AJ Amato. And man, this guy, I tell you what, 12 weeks. Look what you can do. This is proof positive of what you can do in just 12 short weeks if you're following the program. Look at the differences, and this is why he took 2nd place. He actually put muscle on. Look at the arms, the chest, the upper body, and took fat off in that midsection where he's actually got the 6-pack coming through here, and he did it all while holding this newspaper. Ain't that something?
Yeah, I mean, 12 weeks of holding a newspaper, that's going to get pretty wet and nappy. But yeah, AJ, he was actually my top pick for this, but obviously it goes to, voting and, there's different criteria. But if you look, he's the epitome of recomp. I mean, that is a whole different body, whole different person. So great job, AJ. And now, give us your voice of bodybuilding. Who's in that number 1 spot, Bob?
All right, and here we go. Your winner is Jacob Radcliffe. And look at this before and after that you're looking at right here, folks. This was tough competition. It's really tough when you've got literally hundreds of people who have submitted in the recomp category. But you can see when you're looking at these pictures why he won. The muscle, the posing, again, the fat loss, everything you can tell. Maybe he's got some background in competition. I don't know. But I tell you what, if he don't, it looks like he can step on stage at any time here, and he probably doesn't change a whole lot in weight. And that's the important thing when it comes to the recomp category, because again, not a dramatic weight loss, but really just redoing the physique and putting muscle on and taking fat off. Congratulations. Well done, Jacob.
Couldn't agree with you more, Bob. Jacob, congratulations. Great job. You could have crossed over into stage ready as well. Maybe he did. I'm not sure. So anyways, next up is we're going to bring in Dana Lynn Bailey again, and she's going to go over the results for ladies only. So Dana, just so people get an idea of really the methodology for the judging in the ladies only category, just wondering if you can give us a quick rundown of what that criteria was and how the approach was to essentially put people in what positions they got.
Well, I think number 1 is you have to be a lady. So I judge this more like I would judge just an overall transformation, a total body transformation. Obviously, it was women versus women. So you're competing on a nice, fair basis. And I was looking for just total body recomp. Like I wanted to see the most change. So whether you were adding size and muscle, or maybe you were leaning out and getting shredded, or just a weight loss, I went for a total body transformation when I was judging these.
Appreciate the insight, Dana, and the methodology for how the judging was scored. And with that being said, I'm going to hand it back over to you and let you announce fifth place winner.
And our fifth place winner is Frances. First of all, can you just, she's a hottie. She was a hottie before, but even now, like the hourglass figure. I don't know if you guys are seeing the side-by-sides with her, but I think my favorite thing to look at is the side shot. Usually it's where you can see like, oh, wow, there's a huge difference. I remember in that midsection, and then when you turn her around, her butt was lifted. She started seeing like muscle definition in her back. So altogether, total body transformation was incredible. And hopefully she's going to keep up on this journey.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Dana. Like with Frances's photos, the one thing you're right, it was the side. She went from much larger midsection to her waist got really pulled in, so you can tell it was a huge change in her overall shape, weight, everything. So yeah, she did a phenomenal job. Excited to see where who lands in number 4. So I'm gonna hand it back over to you, Dana.
Fourth place is going to Ashley Major. And I saw a major difference in this transformation. I mean, look at her face. Like, I think that's like one of my favorite things to look at in the afters is seeing like the glowing face of like how happy they are. Like, I've done the work. This is what I'm doing. And like, look at her waist. Her shoulders are actually starting to come in, her leg separation. Again, like from the back, I look 360 all the way around. And again, it's a 360 transformation, and super pumped to see this girl keep going because she's looking pretty incredible and starting to get jacked.
She just looks happy. She looks like she really made a change overall in her life. Probably feels way better about herself. And one thing I look at too is when the person wears the same piece of clothing before and after, it really gives you a judge, because sometimes someone wears a completely different piece of apparel, so it fits different, kind of tricks your eye a little bit, where this is apples to apples, and there's a huge change with her. So congrats to you, Ashley. Now we're getting into the top 3. So I'm going to hand this off to you for our number 3 spot, and let you take it over from here.
And third place is going to Anna Gray, who, in my opinion, it's a lot harder for people to like win like huge transformations when they're already sort of tiny. So I feel like it's already a harder thing to do to lose weight and see like a significant size, because generally it's like you look for like the wow factor, you look for like the biggest weight loss or something. And I always find that when you're already sort of a tiny person, it's harder to get that. But what I look at is like the lines in the legs, the abs coming out, the shoulders coming out from the backside. Like you see different back muscles coming out. The glutes are raised, the hamstrings are popping. So it's harder because you have less weight to lose to win like a transformation. But like if you can do it, you got to see those big results in like all the different muscles that are popping out. And Anna Gray did that.
Yeah, with Anna, the one thing I've noticed too is really you could tell it in her shoulders where she really put on some muscle, went from just kind of someone who didn't look like they maybe worked out much, and it's not a disrespectful comment, to, yeah, she's actually, she got herself in shape. She added some muscle. So I'm sure it's a big change for her, and congratulations to her. So down to the two top, and so I'd love to hear where you're at with number 2.
And second place runner up is going to Jessica Stewart, who has made such an incredible transformation. I mean, like to go from, the before kind of looking, it's like, okay, maybe never lifted before, to like, if you even see her front photo, you can see a shoulder popping out. Are you kidding me? Side shot, back shot, everything was like this again, this is like the epitome of like a total body transformation. It wasn't just in one area. It was completely 180 reverse into what she used to look like to what she's going to now. And again, this like you're starting to see literally lines in her stomach, which is awesome. But congratulations, Jessica. You are on the right path. I hope you're sticking with this.
Yeah, Jessica did a phenomenal job of truly transforming. She completely changed her look, changed who she was in that way. Yeah, you can see abs. Her face is pulled in. So yeah, that is the definition of transformation. So great job to you, Jessica. And now, time to announce the winner of the ladies only category.
And the winner, I feel like we need Bob Chick on this one. And the winner of the Readiness Trial.
Oh boy, is that supposed to be me? Come on.
First place is going to hands down was like the showstopper. Angela Bartlett. I mean, you can see like went from, everything completely looks like a different person. It doesn't even look like you're looking at the same person anymore. Just the waist, the arms, the legs, the back, the butt. Again, this was hands down the best transformation I've seen on here. It was I literally, as soon as she was at the top of the list anyway, because her name was A, but it was like clear cut, starred, you're first. If someone beats you, that's going to be incredible. But there was no beating her. This is like full body. Like she looks like a couple weeks out from a figure show now. Like really, really incredible job. Total body transformation. And again, I'd love to see this girl keep going and probably see her on a stage here soon.
Thanks, Dana. Well, maybe you can be her coach. Maybe work that into the deal. And yeah, Angela Bartlett, a huge congratulations to you. Huge transformation. Yeah, I saw the scoring cards, and it was number one across the board. Well earned, well deserved, and congratulations again. So we're going to kick this one back over to Bob Ciccarello. It's the Build Muscle category, and who better to talk about the winners of Build Muscle is someone who had a career of building muscle. And so for someone who's spent a career on building muscle, being judged on muscle, just give us a quick rundown of what the criteria and judging was for this category, specifically for the readiness transformation.
All right, yeah, Eric, you know what? The muscle building category is pretty much self-explanatory. We're looking for people that literally put on some muscle in 12 weeks' time. And this is a three-part system in that. You got to have the proper nutrition, you got to have the proper supplementation, and of course, you got to have the proper training. And these people have all proven that even in a short duration of time, just 3 months, you actually can put on quality muscle.
All right, appreciate it, Bob. Appreciate the insight. And with that being said, let's start with fifth place.
All right, Eric, here we go. In fifth place, we have Aaron Pruitt. Congratulations, Aaron. And you can see, folks, look at the muscle he's put on in just 12 short weeks. Again, 3 months is not a lot of time, folks. But you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. He actually lost a little bit of fat. That's going to showcase the muscle a little bit more. Look at the deltoids, a little bit more capped off. The arms a little more filled out. And the abdominals just a little bit sharper. He didn't carry a lot of fat before, but congratulations and well done, Aaron.
Yeah, Bob, Aaron did a great job. Tightened up, put on some muscle. Again, that's what the category is about. Excited to see who you got in number 4.
In fourth place, we have Donald McNeil. And you can see Donald has done another tremendous job. Again, this is a very short period of time, folks. I mean, you really need 6 months to a year to put on a real quality muscle, but you can make progress in 3 months if you're being strict and following the program. You can see Donald has the muscle. And again, there is some weight loss there. It's not, every category is a little bit of a hybrid because you can have all the muscle in the world, but if you can't see it, it doesn't really help you a lot. But you can absolutely see that muscle was there, and muscle has memory. And this is what Donald proved to himself and everybody else in the competition. That muscle, if you were training for years and years and you've been dormant, let's say the last 5 to 10 years, it does come back. It just needs to be steady and consistent.
Yeah, and great job to Donald. And that's what you're going to see, right, with the build muscle. I mean, it's more tissue that needs and uses calories. So just by proxy, someone's going to tend to, metabolism might pick up depending on where the calories are at. But yeah, think we're going to see that across the board. We're going to have see a little bit of recomp element to it too, just because of the added tissue. Now we're down to the top three. Top three is always exciting. That's kind of like the stage. So I'll have you take it away with number 3, Bob.
All right, Eric, in third place, your top three, Jonathan Brash. And wow, what a transformation. And not just in fat loss, but again, muscle has been built, muscle has been reignited, it's been put back on. Muscles are like balloons. You can blow them up or you can deflate them. It all comes down to training and proper nutrition. You can see he's lost a little bit of weight. He was soft in that midsection. Now he's got a six-pack. The pecs have come back, the arms and the shoulders even more, especially for guys. That's going to be the first part that's going to come back. If you're consistent in the gym, clearly this guy did his homework. Top three.
Yeah, Jonathan obviously put in the time in the gym, put in the time in the kitchen, made sure he's eating his meals, right meals. And he did a phenomenal job. Congratulations, Jonathan. And now down to the top 2. And again, with that voice of bodybuilding, let's move into number 2.
All right. Yes, down to our top 2. And in second place, we have Andy Wilkerson. Once again, the amount of muscle that this guy's put on in just 3 months, and he's coming from thin. A lot of the guys are about the same size, but you can see that they've brought that muscle back. He actually puts on, it looks like he puts on about 15 pounds of muscle onto that frame, and that's just dedication, folks. You don't get that without getting in the gym every day, eating properly, taking the proper supplements, and most importantly, you got to get that rest. You can break down all the muscle tissue you want, but if you don't rest and recover and recoup, it never comes back on. What a great job from Andy, and that's why he is the runner-up in this competition.
Yeah, when I saw Andy's transformation, it was he put on muscle. I mean, that for the category went from a relatively thin guy to actually he has some good muscle bellies on him. So he did a great job. So if he's number 2, I'm excited to see who number 1 is. So Bob, take it away.
All right, here we go with our winner. This was very tight in the top 3, but when the smoke cleared, it was Justin Kunick. I'm going to go with Kunick, Justin. If that's wrong, just change your name to the way I'm pronouncing it. It sounds a lot better. But congratulations, bro. Man, what a transformation. Look at, these are 2 different people. In 12 weeks, you can see that he's got a little bit of muscle there, but when he finishes, this guy looks like he can step on stage in his next competition. It goes to show you, everybody, you don't need 6 months, you don't need a year. You can do this in as little as 12 weeks if you're following the proper program. Clearly, Justin followed that program all the way to the winner's circle. Your winner here and number 1.
Justin did a phenomenal job. I mean, he really put on some good size, good quality muscle, not just like size, but quality muscle. Yeah, and that's the category, right? So he did it to a T. I hope he doesn't have to change his name just because you're horrible pronunciation, but if we can pronounce Ciccarello, I think we can get Kunick right. So Bob, appreciate you leading the way on this category. And up next, we're gonna go back to Dana Lynn Bailey, and we're gonna list off announce all the lose weight winners. So Dana, appreciate you coming back for the lose weight category. And obviously, losing weight is pretty self-explanatory, right? It's just a body fat reduction. But again, just give us a quick overview so all the viewers watching understand what was the judging criteria for the lose weight category.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. The weight loss category is most overall weight. Now, one thing I do want to point out, we didn't just go by the number, because again, like if you have different size people, if you're much larger, you're going to lose a significant amount of weight. So I was going based on image wise, what looked like the largest amount? What was the biggest difference in weight loss?
All right, Dana, appreciate the overview on the judging criteria. With that being said, let's move on into it and let's see who number 5 place is.
And the 5th place winner is going to Ben Nichols. I mean, I don't want to be mean, I guess, but like one of the things that is most dangerous for most people is like that apple body where you're just really big in the midsection. That's like it's an unhealthy way to go. So he's like already like, look at his stomach. It's like gone. His side profile, it was like completely flat. And it's really cool to see people make that change in themselves to actually live like a healthier lifestyle. I think this is probably my favorite category because, you know, people go through shit, man. Things happen, and you know, some of the ways we cope is sometimes through food. So I love seeing this category because I'm seeing people actually changing their lives for the better. So Ben Nichols, you're on the freaking way. Like, I mean, look at it. He's even has like quads coming out, shoulders coming out. Like, you're on your way, man. Healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, Dana. Ben was one of my favorite transformations, to be honest with you, because you know you can tell from the first pick, you know the weight in the midsection. That's not just belly fat; that's visceral fat, all the fat around the organs, and that's the dangerous fat that leads to, you know, your organs not functioning properly, diabetes, heart disease. And when I lost weight the first time in 2020, the big triggering point is I went to the doctor and they said, "Do you drink a lot?" And I was like, "No, I hardly drink." They're like, "Well, you have a fatty liver, so it's from food." And then the amount of visceral fat I had on a DEXA scan, it's like, I better get my shit together. So not only just for him for feeling better, but yeah, his overall health has got to be greatly improved. So Ben, amazing job, amazing way to, you know, again, change your life and your health. So, you know, if Ben's number 5, let's see who number 4 is because I'd love to see it.
Fourth place is going to Brandon Walsh. The other greatest thing with when people start losing weight is it takes years off your life. Like he went from looking like he was maybe 40 years old to now, I don't know how old you are, but you look like you're 20 years old now. Like how young, and just, man, you really got handsome. Like, I don't know if that's like a part of it wasn't part of the judging criteria, but like to really, that's what I noticed mostly on people is like that, like jaw, like when your face, like that's not even the same person. Like if you show me that person and then show me that, like, nope, that's not the same person. But again, that the other great thing about what I saw in this is not just he wasn't just losing weight, he was also building muscle. Because if you look at his arms are starting to come out, shoulder, like the thing I always notice, because I'm very attracted to shoulders, is shoulders. So when I start seeing like the traps and the shoulders come in, it shows that like you weren't just on a cardio machine just trying to lose weight, like you were lifting too. So this is one of those ones where it's like, cool, this is almost like total body transformation here, recomp. But weight loss is awesome. Way to go, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon did a great job. And what you can see, like you said, not only is the belly fat significantly reduced, but his posture is different. He's more upright. You say broader back, broader shoulders. So again, it was a overall change. He did a great job. So great job, Brandon. Again, if that's number 4, number 3 has got to be pretty significant. So Dana, I'm gonna hand it back over to you.
Third place is going to Benjamin Freigang. Again, sort of like Brandon, like I'm pumped to see that the focus wasn't just on cardio. The focus here was cardio, diet, and lifting, because there's muscle definition. Like my favorite thing of difference is his chest, probably. Like obviously the belly's gone. That side profile shot was pretty incredible. But like you're starting to see like a little quad sweep, but his chest is lifted so you could tell that this was not just like, hey, I'm just going to lose weight. This was, hey, I'm going to lose weight and add muscle, which super pumped for you, Ben. Keep it going.
So our second Ben in the competition, much like Brandon and the first Ben, yeah, it's a huge change, huge amount of fat gone in the midsection, huge amount of visceral fat, I would guess, if you did a DEXA scan on all of them. You know, again, that visceral fat, that's the dangerous fat to have, is down. They put on muscle, and a whole new quality of life. So again, to all 3, amazing job. But it's time to move into those top 2. So Dana, let's talk about number 2.
And second place, I'm not doing his last name. Second place is going to Mario. Mario, what the heck? I mean, I had you, honestly, like, I'm not trying to cause drama, but it was between you and someone else for first place. And I would consider this almost like you could have been in the recomp division, weight loss division. Holy crap. Like, you are not the same person. The age difference, it looks like I'm looking at like a 19-year-old kid versus a 45-year-old man. Like, that's probably the most incredible, is like just the how much different they look just age wise. It just makes you younger. But this was a complete total body weight loss recomp. You probably could have did both categories. But like, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pictures. I don't think I need to even explain this one. Total front to back to side. That's not even the same human being. I feel like we should test him, honestly. I feel like that could have been like maybe his brother. I don't know.
Yeah, to not cause any triggering events, Dana, I'm gonna let you spearhead the testing of genetics on this one. Mario, actually, because I looked through everything, I did my own, judging. I had Mario number one. That is a whole different person, and like you said, he looks younger. And I think a lot of times when you're unhealthy, kind of leads to being unhappy, and that's a lot of stress. Puts a lot on you. So he's obviously didn't just lose weight. He changed. He changed his life, and that's why we do these transformations, right? We really want a true change. Mario's the epitome of it, and I couldn't be more happy and proud of him. So congrats on the second place, Mario. But not to take anything away from him at number 2, we got to get to that top spot. So Dana, the floor is yours.
And first place is going to Daniel Ramos. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to fist fight. What was the last guy's name? Mario. You and Mario should have like a match out, but no, you guys were like neck and neck, back and forth. Again, very similar to Mario. This could have fell under like the recomp. My gosh, like maybe even the stage ready. Like you're maybe like, if you keep this going, possibly hit the stage later. But huge transformation. I love that the weight loss category didn't just have to do with the weight loss. It showed that like you obviously added some muscle size, like you're toning, you got abs now, your shoulders. You obviously know my favorite body part is shoulders. Like, look at those. They're like nicely capped shoulders, the chest, the abs, the freaking quads. The back shot was incredible. I think, again, this is one of those ones where it's like, yes, you lost like a whole lot of weight, but you also completely recomped your entire body. You, again, look like a completely different person. Like, the age difference, like you're taking years off your life. Like, no one wants to have extra weight on you. Like, stay exactly like this after photo and keep it going. Proud of you. Everyone was so super amazing. These were really, really hard to judge, but Daniel Ramos came out on top.
Thanks, Dan. And Daniel, congratulations. Got the top spot in losing weight, and you did a phenomenal job. To Dana's point, it wasn't just losing body fat, it was putting on muscle and really changing your physique. So again, congratulations. And she's right. Maybe you should have went towards stage ready. And with that being said, last category to go through, no better person to talk about it than Bob Ciccarello. So Bob, I'm an old man, but you've probably competed for longer than I'm alive at this point. So again, no better person on our panel to talk about stage ready than you. So just, again, for maybe people who aren't familiar with the competition stage, don't really understand what that is, give us an insight into what we're looking for, what are we judging, and how do you say someone's stage ready?
Yeah, I could sure explain that, Eric, as being in bodybuilding my whole life. So this was the easiest category for me because this is literally bodybuilding in its infancy. Stage ready. We're looking for somebody in 12 weeks' time, and that was the time frame we used to use back in the day to get ready for a competition, that we want to see somebody go from 0 to hero, and they had 12 weeks to do it. And if you're in semi shape, you can get it done. Some of these people, obviously, with the added incentive of this competition, made it happen. And you're going to see some great physiques here. We had a very difficult time picking our top 5.
Yeah, and just like any other bodybuilding show, right? Sometimes it's hard to pick the top 5, and you've been around the sport long enough. There's always criticism about the judging and what's gone on because, again, the little nuances. And, so Obviously, it was tough to judge, just like it is for the judging panel when someone's really on stage. And again, you can give the best insight, so I'm going to hand it back over to you and give us number 5.
Yeah, this was very difficult coming up with a top 5 when you've got so many competitors and contestants that did such a great job in a 12-week transformation. But there's got to be winners, there's got to be losers. And in 5th place, we have Matthew Fober. You can see where Matthew has done the work. He has put his time in the gym, and he's transformed his physique. He looks good here. You can see that he had a little bit of muscle to begin with, but it looks like he actually dropped some weight and built that muscle up over 12 weeks, where he looks like he's ready for the stage. If I was guessing, I'd say he'd be going in either classic physique or even men's physique. He's one of those guys that's kind of right in between. But nice job, Matthew. Well done.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bob. Matthew, 1, he did a great job, and 2, yeah, I mean, if he could pick a path if you wanted to go classic physique, men's physique. I'm not really sure, height or anything, but yeah, he looks great. Put on some good muscle, and he's on his way to the stage. And so, with that, I'm gonna hand it over back to you. Give us the number 4 spot, and then we're gonna roll into the top 3 after that. So, Bob, take it away.
All right, Jonathan Montanez lands in our 4th place position in a very tough competition. Jonathan, you can see, had some physique. You can see maybe he competed. Maybe it was a few years ago. Maybe, it was many years ago. But you can see he's got the base. And when you have the base, all you got to do is wake it up. It's like shaking somebody and it's going, hey, man, let's go. Got to get that muscle going. You got to get in the gym. You got to get those supplements going, get those food groups, however many you've got going in your particular program. But it all resulted in a stage-ready physique. And you can see by that front double by, he's not too far off right there of going in competition.
Yeah, Bob, Jonathan is, he could get back on stage. Like you said, maybe he did compete at one time. Maybe, he's been around the gym for a while. And hopefully this competition here was a good motivator to either step on stage for the first time or get back on it. So great job, Jonathan. Again, most exciting parts coming up, top 3. Top 3 is always the most nerve-wracking, most exciting, because typically that's where it's just down to nuances, little changes. So again, Bob, I'm going to announce number 3, and back to you.
All right, down to our top 3. We call these the money spots in the IFBB Pro League. And you can see Marcos Gonzalez lands in the top 3, our 3rd place winner in this category. He looks like he's stage ready on the right. You can see when you're stage ready, you buy yourself different trunks. It's amazing when these guys are taking the before shots. You can see they're a little shy. They don't quite stand up as much. Why, you ask? Because your confidence rises 100% when you're out there and you're looking good. You know you did your homework, and this is the result of it. And you can see probably a men's physique competitor on an NPC stage soon. Congratulations, Marcos.
Send Marcos some board shorts, and I think he's ready to jump into men's physique. He's got the stance now, and it looks like, like you said, he's looking a lot more confident. So again, Marcos, congrats. You did an amazing job, and just keep pushing it and keep it up. So down to the top 2. Most nerve-wracking, so top 3 is, but 2 because it's, hey, there's one winner, and it's not a loser, but only one person can take the top spot. So, Bob, give us number 2.
All right, down to our top 2. And, man, this was so close. Very difficult for the judges to pick a winner. That's how close it was between 1 and 2. But landing in second is Talon Dunkey. And, man, you talk about a transformation. This guy went from Steve Rogers to Captain America in 12 weeks. I don't even know what to say about this. He even shaved the mustache off and got the people eyebrows going up on there in that front double by. Look at the legs and how they filled out. That's how much you can do in 12 weeks time by hitting the gym. It's literally 2 different people, but that's why he's in the top 2. Congratulations to our runner-up Talon.
Yeah, Talon put in the work, right? And that's what bodybuilding is. It's just putting in the work day in, day out. Again, it's sacrifice, and he did it. So, Talon, congratulations. Number 2 in stage ready for the readiness trials. And, I can't even imagine who number 1 is, Bob. So, Bob, give us the winner.
All right, here we go. A close competition it was, but it can only be one winner. And here he is, and new stage-ready champion, Enrique Nazario. How about Enrique? Look at this before and after, folks. Now, you can tell Enrique's got some base. Definitely used to be a bodybuilder, whether it was a long time ago or whether it was last month, I don't know. But, man, what a transformation. That's exactly what we were looking for when we put this competition together out there for all the people to get themselves in some kind of stage ready physique. This guy can step on a stage at any time in any category. You can see he's got the muscle, he's got the conditioning. You can see he's got the shorts hiked up there because he knows he's got the wheels. They are ready to go, and he has been not a stranger to the squat rack. You can absolutely tell. Congratulations, your winner this year, Enrique Nazario.
Man, Enrique, congratulations. Amazing job winning the stage ready. And yeah, I mean, Bob's right. Get on stage right now. Clearly you've been on stage, but that's a good thing. I mean, you know how to get prepped, get on stage. And what is REDCON1, right? The highest state of readiness, and that's where you're at. Again, congratulations. Maybe it's going to motivate Bob to get back on stage. We never know. So again, to all of our winners across all categories, all participants, all placing winners, everyone, amazing job. I mean, it took a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice, commitment, and just believing in yourself to do it and having confidence in yourself. So anybody who signed up, maybe if you didn't complete it, you still did, you took a step. So, maybe next time you take it further and you finish it. And for the people who, maybe had a lower placing, take it as motivation to, for the next one. Because again, we do these every quarter. And, we want to see more and more people do it because, again, it's just helping you push yourself and change your life. So, again, to everyone, huge congratulations and thank you for being part of the Readiness Trials.
My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So again, we've talked a lot about today about tier operator program and, also with the Readiness Trials of being inclusive in a community. And we like to take the time to recognize one person that's part of the REDCON1 community. Again, because the community and the brand is the highest state of readiness. That's what it stands for. And that's what, us as a team, our external team, the tier operator team, they're always at their highest state of readiness. And again, we want to really recognize someone who exemplifies that, being part of the community, being a resource and support system for other people. That's part of it too. So we really want to recognize tier operator Alicia McKinney for all her hard work and just her connection with everyone in the community. And what we'd like to do for Alicia is give her a VIP experience to the next Readiness Riot, cover all expenses, travel, however much time you want to stay, come to the gym. But, really want to recognize your hard work and efforts. And, we also want a couple people recognize your efforts as well.
I think that's so amazing what you guys are doing. Recognizing, I think so often companies forget that like all their followers, like they need to be recognized sometimes. Like that she's doing all this work like on social media, promoting REDCON, doing training videos, being inspiration, like really, really incredible. And I mean, you're not paying her. She's doing it because she actually loves your products and she loves your company and what you stand for. So I think it's so amazing that we can like recognize people like this, like Alicia, because that's all part of the community. I think community is the most important thing for any brand. And she's like the epitome of like what like a community feels like to be a part of something. And she's doing this just because she loves it. So I appreciate you, Alicia. Keep it up. We appreciate all of your efforts. I love watching your videos. I love watching the training, the tips, everything. Keep it up. We appreciate you.
All right, hang on. Dana, I got to jump in here. Got to give our homegirl Alicia some credit. If there was a lifestyle award, I'm giving it to her. She's been a steady customer for many years now. This girl literally lives and breathes the lifestyle. She is REDCON1. I wish we had 1,000 just like her, but man, I tell you what, you go look at her information and you can see she just consistently in the gym, taking her supplements, following the program, never misses a workout, never misses her cardio. And you can tell, man, she looks fantastic. Congratulations. Well done, Alicia.
As we said earlier in the show, today we're going to make a big announcement on a tier 1 athlete, tier operator who moves up through the ranks, makes it to the status of an athlete. And, again, what is it to be REDCON1? Well, obviously, REDCON1, as we said, stands for the highest state of readiness in the military. It's military preparedness, that person is conditioned and ready to go to war. And, you know, all of us go to war every day, right? Whether it's work, personal life, the gym, you know, it's always being ready to tackle what the world throws at you and do it at a high level of success. And, you know, the person that we're moving into that tier 1 spot, you know, exemplifies that. So not only do they exemplify it in just their work ethic in the gym and, you know, stepping on stage, but they're an active member of the U.S. military and the U.S. Army. And so they are truly the epitome of REDCON 1. And so the person that we'd love to promote and make a tier 1 operator athlete out of is no other than Enrique, who actually just won, you know, the stage ready competition in the readiness trials. Enrique, you are REDCON 1. You exemplify who we are as a brand, and you are an extension of who we are, what our belief system is, and we're proud to have you on board, and we're happy to promote you to an athlete. So the last major announcement today, and this is one I know everyone's been waiting for, we've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of comments, is the custom REDCON1 Ford Bronco. You know, this is getting given away today. You know, when we did this, we had to partner with Sweepstakes Pro, which is a third party. So again, this isn't anyone at Redcon picking the winner. This goes to a third party. Once we give them the title, they handle it all. We have no influence over who gets picked. And we're going to show you guys the winner. And before we get into that, just want to give you a quick highlight and recap if you guys forgot. You know, with this Ford Bronco, the customization that we did to make it a, you know, REDCON 1 kind of always ready Bronco. So here, watch this clip on the build. All right, so we're here to finally reveal the build on the Bronco. Our buddy Chris here at Big Shot Rides, he builds all of our cars for us. I think we're gonna see some magic out of him on this one. So let's go inside, meet Chris, and see what he built for us.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
How you
Hey,
doing?
man, long time no see.
So you got a new project?
Oh yeah, we're ready to show you. You ready to see it?
You gotta live up to your motto.
That's for sure.
Usually I let you do your
Yeah,
thing.
so
We picked out some
we
basic
did
stuff.
a 5-inch lift using some KCM wheels wrapped in 37 needles. We did a DV8 front bumper, some cube lighting for it. We sanded down the front grille, and did a ruby red Bronco logos in the front. We actually sanded down all the fender flares, got rid of that textured plastic look, and kind of paint matched them to make it just look more high end, you know. Did some step ups because now your 5-inch lift, you're gonna have to get it in this thing. It'd be a little difficult without it. Did cat skins, full leather seats with diamond stitching in the middle. And then I did some Redcon embroidered logos up in the headrest
Oh,
as well.
nice, yeah.
Looks good.
You know we love our branding, so.
Oh, yeah. We did a extension on the rear third brake light so we can clear the 37 back here.
Yeah,
It's
so
tight. You
someone's got full
to the
spare,
back in
yeah.
the back. We did some cube lights up front, and then I wired them all up to the, you know, the old school kick switch
Yeah,
high
my
beams.
old
So you
C10s
got a
had
nice little
those.
kick switch to kick on all the, I call them the road rage lights because every time somebody passes, you're going to be pissed at you. And added some branding on the sides with like this kind of off-road mountain range.
Yeah, like the
Redcon
mountain
1
range,
negative, look to it too as well. She's not no basic no more. So.
No, this is, you sure you just didn't buy a different truck?
Yeah.
That's pretty kick-ass Bronco. I mean, I'm sure a few times I've just wanted to keep it here. So, yeah, our buddy Chris at Big Shot Rides in Coconut Creek, Florida, he's the one that does all of our cars for us, and he knocked it out of the park with that Bronco. So now, with that being said, on to the winner. I know people have been waiting, and whoever wins this, I think is going to be beyond happy. Not only it's a new Ford Bronco, but it's a customized Ford Bronco, and it's a brand new vehicle. You know, they're going to get that title signed over to them, and it is fully theirs. So, again, Sweepstakes Pro, the winner that was picked from Jeffersonville, Indiana, Michael Johnson. So, Michael Johnson, you are the proud owner of a brand new Ford Bronco that has been fully customized, fully tricked out, and it is all yours, brother. Ryan, you think we've got his phone number? Do you think we can try to get him on the phone right now?
Let me try and FaceTime.
I mean, because, you know, have him hear this and then, you know, find out third hand. I'd like to just call him right now. Hey, Michael.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's Eric from REDCON1.
Yes, sir. What's going on today?
I got a little news for you today I think I need to tell you about.
Okay.
You've been looking for a Bronco?
I have.
Well, you are the proud owner of a brand new Ford Bronco. You're the winner of our giveaway.
Oh, shit. Let's go. Dude, that's epic. Holy crap. I didn't think I was going to win this. That's epic. This is perfect because I have a car and it's actually been falling apart lately and it's been hard to get, picking up my kid to and from school, and this is going to help us tremendously.
Well, it is 100% yours. It'll be signed over to you. The only condition is Ryan has to ride home with you.
Oh,
I'm ready.
You're giving that Bronco up, aren't you?
I love Ryan, but I don't know if I can do that.
Well,
Would I have any new guests in the house?
well, again, wanted to give you a quick call so you heard it from us directly and you didn't hear it from social media first. But yeah, you've won and congratulations. It's an awesome truck, man.
That's amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
Take care, Michael.
All
Congrats.
right. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you guys.
All right. Well, we have a winner officially. So I know, again, a lot of people are like, when's it happen? When's it happening? Fortunately, I'm working with a third party. Sometimes there's some hoops to jump through, but there's causes some little delays. But, one thing with that being said, this is a regular component of, the readiness trials moving forward. So in the comments below on this video, give us an idea what you want to see next from Redcon. What vehicle do you want to see us give away that you want us to customize, make it, a REDCON1 vehicle for you guys? Is it a sports car? Is it a truck? Is it, an old H1? I mean, we've had a lot of ideas internally, but maybe that's not something anybody wants. It's just our crazy ideas. So we'd love to hear from you, and that'll help the decision-making on what's that next vehicle that we give away in the next readiness trials. And, we want you to be a part of it. That's, again, that part of the REDCON1 community. We want you guys to be a part of it and, help us make that decision. So comment in the video below, and we'll get working on the customization next. Again, anyone who entered the Bronco giveaway, we appreciate it. We appreciate your, your faith in us, the entering. And then for everyone who competed in the readiness trials, thank yourself. I mean, we really thank you. Thank you for being part of the REDCON1 family, but you guys need to give yourself a lot of credit and huge pats on the back for taking a big step forward in your life. And that's what it's about. Life's all about change. And it's just, this is where you control the change. So again, appreciate everyone who entered, proud of everyone who did it. And until the next one, have a great day.
Thank you. Come again soon. You meatheads think you can outsell us?
Yeah, you can't compete with our sugary treats.
We have something better than sugar.
We have brookies and muffins, 15 grams of protein, 5 grams of collagen, and they're freshly baked.
A delicious snack that's gonna help you make gains in the gym, and it's gonna curb your appetite.
What else you got over there but sugar?
We're cute. No, wait, come over here. Our treats are better. They're sweet.
Sweet! Stop buying from them. See how big and mean they look? And we're cute. Cute, I tell you, cute!
You'll never get away with this. My mommy's a lawyer.
And my daddy's a senator!
We'll be back.
Kids.
Mm.